and we got to witness it, unfortunately, at the expense of us. I mean, he was dominant on the mound, hit his 40th homer. He's clearly was in charge of the game tonight. So it was, if you take the competition away and the agony of losing, it's just incredible to see what he's doing and a real, real big piece of why baseball's great.
Because it's magnified because you didn't get anybody else at second base except Willie after Willie's home run. But the play in the first inning was scope when maybe you had a chance to build something. What was the intent there?
Yeah, any mistake is magnified in a close game, and when you're facing Ohtani, it's going to be most likely a close game. And they jumped out with the 2-run homer, 2 outs, get a base hit. Gosselin, it seems like a single to right, no big deal until Upton hits one in the bullpen. So, the 2-0 deficit, we start to build a little bit of momentum. I think Scope, initially looking where they were positioned, thought that maybe the ball was going to be a little bit, off the right fielder. And when he went back, I think it was a fake break to draw a throw, see if he could get an errant throw, and he threw a bullet to Iglesias and gets tagged out. So it's a magnified mistake when you got runners on base and you have the middle of your order coming up. The double play the second inning after the leadoff single, was probably just as painful because of you just need to get things started against Ohtani to put some pressure on him.
Tarik Skubal, again, one mistake, maybe if you even call it a mistake to Upton, but his performance it seems like he's getting stronger and better.
Yeah, he was really good and continues to shine and do his part. I thought he responded very well. A 2-out base hit, and then the homer. Again, he kept us right there until the very end of his outing. I went in. Cisnero guy came in and got a really big out against Mayfield. But Tarik was really good. All of his pitches. I love the changeup tonight. I also love the command and the ability to pound the strike zone, get to leverage. Made some good defensive plays off the mound. He had a really good night and gave us a chance to win.
Thanks, Chris. Evan Petzold.
Yeah, AJ, sticking with Tarik Skubal. I mean, it's been 3 really good outings so far in a row. I mean, did you feel like he's kind of turning the corner a little bit at this point in his development?
Well, he's just continuing to add to his development. I don't see a corner or anything that he needs to turn. I just think he's continuing to add to his development this season. He's learning a ton. He's obviously built off of a couple of good starts, and I just love how he's pitching. He's not just a thrower. He's got great stuff, and he can light up the radar gun. He can spin it a little bit. He can mix his pitches, but he competes. And I think that is part of the arsenal. If he learns the front and back part with the changeup, watch out. I mean, that's a big step forward for him, facing a lot of different lineups. They're probably going to be predominantly right-handed, and it's an added dimension to his game. So I just love the step-by-step process that he's going about in development.
And with that Willie Castro home run, just how much energy did that provide you guys, considering it came against a pitcher who's, not going to do that often?
No, it's key. It's always big to get a big swing. They got 2 big swings, one at the beginning of the game, one at the end of the game. We had one big swing with Willie hitting the homer, and it's key. We need Willie to get going and get hot. I like his adjustments he's made in the outfield. The at-bats are pretty good. Even the ball he hit to left field tonight, I think was a pretty mature approach against Ohtani. So one of the better swings from start to finish by any of our hitters was Willie.
All right, thank you.
7, Trevor Thompson.
Yeah, AJ, just getting back to Ohtani tonight, he was obviously very efficient, but what were the hitters saying was working for him, or what were they struggling to hit tonight as far as his mix goes?
Well, he was a little different as the game went on. Early he looked like he was easing into his outing. The velocity wasn't there, but he could locate his secondary pitches, throwing a lot of cutter, sliders, splits, occasional fastball that was in the low 90s. And then as you could see him get another gear towards the middle part of the game, and then even another gear towards the end of this game, he's throwing 98 miles an hour. So we were adjusting to his game plan. He threw soft early in the game. He pounded heavy velocity late in the game. Very artful way of pitching in knowing his strengths and what he was trying to do throughout the game. He could dial it up, and not everybody can do that. And he's got a second and third gear And I'm talking about his arm, I'm not talking about his bat.
Just from a hitting standpoint, how tough is it to make those kind of adjustments in game when a guy's got a mix like that and is able to do what you just described?
Yeah, no, I mean, obviously you go, we made some hit. We had some hits early. I looked up, we had out hit him 5-4 at some point. We were developing a few hits, you know, they were mostly singles except for Willie's homer. So we didn't do a ton of damage other than Willie's homer, but we found ways to get on base. And in a game like this, and certainly a well-pitched game on both sides, it's going to take a big swing or a big hit or who can separate themselves a little bit, or who gets the right out with runners in scoring position. I thought both Tarik and Ohtani did that. Ohtani did it really wire to wire.
Thanks, AJ.
Thanks, Trevor. Cody Stavenhagen.
Hey, AJ, you talked before the game about celebrating baseball and its diversity and kind of the beauty of the sport. Could you sense that in the air tonight between Ohtani, between Miguel hitting one to the warning track?
I don't know. I mean, I think they have mutual respect. You know, we've seen their gamesmanship, and both players play with personality. You know, the facial expressions from Ohtani and the fun loving that he's having, and the cultural difference that we got to see every time he addresses the umpire, he takes the hat off. That's, you know, part of the Japanese culture. Or at least that's what we're learning about the competition side with Shohei. And he, you know, obviously it's great for baseball to see so many people from so many different parts of the world excel at this level. That's why I love this game. It's why I love this league. We've tapped into numerous countries to bring the best talent to the big leagues. That's why it's the best league in the world.